Hey, welcome in, welcome in. So I'm just going to be using these colours to do his white armour. So I'm just spraying this darkest one on now. And yeah, we're just trying to get these on all armour panels. And this will give us a nice interesting shadow for the white. And also it'll be like a nice nice colour for the white to sit on top of. This is definitely my favourite way of painting white. It gives it a very interesting and nice look. I never see people painting white this way, so I feel like it's an original way to paint it. So hopefully, if you're interested in painting white, or you've been painting white and bored of the way you usually do it, hopefully this will give you some inspiration. So we're just moving up to our first zenithal layer now. Our aim is to try and keep some of that the mulberry colour in the shadows, so we're not trying to completely cover it. But yeah, we're just giving it, bringing it towards white. Yeah, definitely very impressed with how these paints spray through the airbrush. You do have to thin them down quite a bit, but I always like working with thin paint anyway, because this gives you lots of room for error. And yeah, it just lets you build up the layers gradually. So yeah, definitely nice thin paints through your airbrush. Always works out well for me, at least anyway. And as usual, I'm spraying at 2 bar, which for me means the regulator's set just above, so when I push the trigger down and the air comes out, the needle dips to 2 bar. Yeah, as you can see already, we're doing the sort of like the more off-white grey colour, and yeah, it's already popping and looking like it's reading as white already. And you can see some of the purple colour like burning through in places, and some nice outline shadow areas, and yeah, it's already like popping and looking really cool against it. Yeah, just work your way around the model gradually. Just take your time, there's no rush. Just enjoy the process. And yeah, just build up the layers gradually. It's all nice and controlled. And yeah, just sort of building up the layers, like in more particular areas, just where we think the light would hit it more, just to give it a bit more interest in shade and layers. Yeah, painting the white this way, I think is really cool because it makes it gives it a really cold look, and also a really like evil look. Like, you know that when you see this sort of white, you know it's like a baddie, if that makes sense. So yeah, hopefully you'll see that translate across after we've done the white layers. Cool, now we're just going in with the pure white. And we'll just be aiming this at where we think the light would be catching it the most, and just where we want it to pop the most as well. So yeah, just add it in, and yeah, also just wherever you think it would look the coolest as well. Yeah, you can go quite broad with the highlights, but yeah, try your best not to cover up the previous layers. Yeah, it's nice to have all the different, like the different colour variants. Just makes it a lot more interesting for the eye. And yeah, as you can see, just adding this top white, it's like absolutely like glowing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, just really impressed with these this paint range. And yeah, well pleased with it. Coming along nicely already. Cool, I'm just going to be using this plate mail metal and just be going over all of the sort of mechanical skeletal bits of the figure. I'm doing what I believe is called an overbrush, so the paint is wet on the brush and I'm just sort of using like pressure and like I don't know, like a scruffy style to get the paint onto the model. And yeah, what I'm going for is like a really textured and worn look. And yeah, it's really cool because I mentioned it in the last video, but this metallic paint actually allows me to paint with these the way I'd like to paint, which is sort of using this technique, and it leaves like it just leaves like nice texture and lets some of the black sort of come through, so the metal looks worn. And yeah, it gets rid of me having to use a wash to make the metallic surface look less flat, and then having to reapply to get the edges to shine. So yeah, it's a really cool paint. I would definitely recommend using this. And yeah, it's really cool just using different sort of paintbrush pressure to apply the kind of paint you'd like onto the model. So you can sort of like gently brush over the surface and just have some of the pigment come off, and then when you get to the edges or where you think the light would catch more, you can apply more pressure, and yeah, it would just build up the silver to like make it like really gleaming and bright. So yeah, it's really cool that you can sort of get 3 different shades of metallic just out of the one paint. So yeah, really cool. Yeah, it also makes it a lot more enjoyable knowing that you only have to do the step once, as opposed to, you know, putting it on there, having the surface look flat, applying a wash, and then reapplying the metallic again. Also, it's a good time to mention, if you're one of those people that like to black in all the areas before you put in metallic, feel free to have done that before this step. But yeah, I managed to not get a lot of the white and the purple onto the areas where I wanted the metallic, so it was fine for me. And to be fair, the areas where I did overspray the white and that on, the silver did go over it nicely anyway, so yeah, there's no need to worry really, unless you really, I don't know, want to go that extra mile and get that detail in and get it exactly how you want. So yeah, again, we're just doing the same thing with this weapon bronze. I know it says bronze in the title, but I am using it to get like an old gold on there. And again, just using that same paintbrush technique and just applying various pressures to allow different amounts of pigment to come off. And yeah, just leaving it nice and textured. And yeah, if I want like the edges to be more shiny, I just go over it some more and apply more pressure to it. But yeah, very, very impressed with these metallic paints. They work exactly how my mind wants them to work, and yeah, I don't have to fight with it, it just works. So yeah, really impressed, and definitely recommend getting hold of them if you can. But yeah, even already I'm just like super happy with the way it's looking. Yeah, just going over the other trim bits and other parts we'd like gold. And yeah, just applying the same technique. But yeah, already just with these 3 different colours on and looking at the white, just absolutely love the way the white looks. Definitely love putting the sort of like the purpley tone on first and then letting the grey and the bright white sit over the top of it. Having the purple bleed through in certain areas just really gives it, yeah, just a really nice look, makes the white like pop like loads. And yeah, there's lots of colour interest in there. Yeah, as well, I also like sometimes where like I haven't blacked in the areas and the sort of you get the white and the purple overspray or whichever colour that you're painting the model, and when you do the metallics, allowing some of it to like bleed through as part of the texture, just because I really do feel like it helps with like the sort of like the bounce reflection, and just definitely gives it more of the I don't know, just sells like the non-metallic look of the armour. But yeah, again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with going over it with black and yeah, painting your metallics just over the black. I'm just making the tabard black on this one. I'll also be doing the dog skull head as black as well. So we've got the black war dog with the white head and white tabard, and now we've got the white one with the black head and the black tabard. So yeah, we're just making sure we're adding lots of texture to it, so yeah, the surface like reads more as cloth or like a textiled material. And yeah, these colours work really well together. They wet blend together super well. And yeah, I'm doing sort of like a mix between overbrushing and wet blending. So I'm wet blending the colours, but then I'm also applying not very much pressure as I go higher up the colours, just so the very edges of the material catches. But yeah, it's all like wet paint. And yeah, again, just gives it a really nice textured look. And yeah, ends up looking super cool. So yeah, definitely recommend giving this a go. And just be doing exactly the same thing on his head there. Yeah, just another sort of like a side note is definitely don't do this sort of technique with your nice brushes. You'll like absolutely destroy your nice pointy tips. So yeah, do this with one of your old or less liked brush. Yeah, just as I'm going up through the colours, just as I'm getting brighter in colour, I'm just covering less surface area and hitting more and more of the edge. Yeah, if you could just see there, like how the colours just like wet blended together. It's just super nice. I've never had like paints do like wet blend together nicely, but never this nicely. So yeah, again, if you're thinking about picking up any of the Fnatic paints, all the ones I've used so far I've been super impressed with, and yeah, they just wet blend and work exactly how you'd expect them to, which is yeah, wonderful. Okay, we're just doing some lettering now. I'm just using the army painter brush that come with the set. Just thought I'd give it another chance. Just as I'm not really too keen on the shape of it. It does feel a bit weird, and the length of the bristle is a lot longer than I'm used to. So yeah, it's a bit odd, but yeah, I might as well use it. I've got the paintbrush, and to be fair, I'm not as keen on it. It's like the Winsor & Newtons that I'm used to. But for doing this lettering, it was actually quite nice. The paint ran off of it nicely, and I guess where it's a bit longer, yeah, I did get like some nice thin ruins on there. But yeah, again, just take your time with this bit, don't put too much pressure on. Just do some like patterns, or like I do the ruins because I'm quite comfortable with how those look and how to draw those. So yeah, just enjoy yourself and have fun, and don't worry too much about making mistakes. You can always just go back to the previous steps and have another go. Yeah, just giving you a bit of a closer look, just hoping that the camera can pick them up. They are quite small. Yeah, I'm just going to be using these colours to do the Chaos Eye on the top of the model. And you can see the black wall dog that I did in the background there. Just looking at his eye and sort of using it as a reference. So yeah, just doing the red. You'll be moving up to the orange and covering less surface area and working towards the middle, all the way up into the yellow. Again, just take your time with this step. Just enjoy it. Don't worry too much about making mistakes. You can just always go back to the previous step. These paints cover quite nicely, so If you put too much orange on, it's easy enough just to go back and apply the red again. Yeah, not sure how well it translates on the camera, but yeah, the colours, like when you add them and they're still wet, they do like soak into each other really nicely, and just yeah, they just blend and work so nice together. So yeah, really nice. Oh, I'm just going to be drawing a sort of the like the black triangle for the pupil. Yeah, accidentally just did a little bit too much. So just gone back to one of the previous colours, and yeah, they cover really well, so it went over the black nicely. And then we're just using this final white to highlight it, just to give it that realistic glare. And that's just the sort of top right of the pupil. Yeah, nice, well pleased. Yeah, and just a little look at both of them just so you can see how they look. Yeah, I'm just mixing those two colours together just to get a really darker red. I'm just going to be doing the eyes, doing like a little bit of an OSL, more of like a sort of daytime glow, not going for like a pitch black, just wild OSL, just a nice subtle one. So we're just sort of spraying that into the eye socket area, and then just bringing it back just to leave a small cone. And then yeah, I'll just be using these colours to highlight it. So I'm just using this, the pure red, and sort of painting from the inside of the eye outwards. And yeah, just to help sort of sell the effect that the eyes are glowing. And then just moving up to the orange, doing the same thing but covering a smaller surface area. And then just going in with the final colour, and we'll just be getting this like a dot just right in the centre. But yeah, again, take your time. If you go over the edge or make a mistake, just go back to one of the previous steps. But yeah, super happy with how this model's coming. I think I like this one over the black one. So yeah, I just really enjoyed painting it. It's super cool models to paint. Yeah, just absolutely loved it. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hey, so I'd just like to take this opportunity to let you know about my Spotify. If you go into my description, I do have a link down to it. It doesn't show up as a link. I guess you need to be partnered or affiliated with YouTube to have actual links. But yeah, if you just copy and paste it into your web browser, it will take you to my Spotify. There is an actual link as well in my in like the about me or bio part of my YouTube page as well. Or failing that, if you have a Spotify account, you just open it up and search for Blackpill. You should find me. You'll recognise my little symbol. And yeah, if you just want to check out the sort of music and other things I do other than painting models, yeah, it could be interesting for you. So yeah, with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you in the next one.